Welcome back. We are going to resume the Missouri License Practice Test for the Prepaid Legal Missouri Insurance License Exam. Section 3 begins right now.
Number 32. You create a flyer that states the identity theft shield protects you from ever becoming a victim of identity theft. You A. Just knocked the socks off your competitor. B. Can't handle all the extra business and have to hire more associates. C. Are guilty of false information and advertising generally. D. Qualify for executive director for the next 6 months.
The answer is C. You are guilty of false information and advertising generally. You cannot say that the Identity Theft Shield product protects you from ever becoming a victim, because that is just not true. So you have to make sure that what you say is very clear, and in this case the answer would be C.
Number 33. You tell a sales prospect that if they receive a speeding ticket, PPL will fix the ticket and they won't have to pay anything. You are A. Closing the sale right there. B. Overselling and underdelivering. C. Guilty of misrepresentations and false advertising. D. B and C both.
Yeah, this one's pretty clear. The answer is D. You have misrepresented our product and you've oversold and will not be able to deliver.
Number 34. A prospect lives in a high crime area and therefore you refuse to write the policy. Can you refuse to write the policy? A. Yes. B. No.
Of course, you cannot refuse to write the policy. The answer is B.
Number 35. The covered member charged with a job-related criminal act goes to trial and is found guilty. The court imposes a stiff fine. You still have 10 hours of attorney time remaining. Can the member use the remaining 10 hours of attorney time for appeal? A. Yes. B. No.
The answer here is B. An appeal is not covered under your trial defense time. So therefore the remaining 10 hours would not be applicable. The answer is B. No.
Number 36. Your family plan member receives a speeding ticket in Alberta. A Canadian attorney will represent them in the court of jurisdiction. A. True. B. False.
The answer is B. The plan you would purchase in the state of Missouri would cover U.S. services only. Since this was in Canada, it would not apply.
Number 37. You are single and on the first day of your new family plan membership, a police officer attempts to pull you over but loses sight of you in heavy traffic. The officer did record your license plate. 16 days later, you receive a citation in the mail. PPL will have an attorney represent you in court at no additional charge. A. True. B. False.
The answer is B. False. You must have this service for 15 days before the benefit kicks in. Not before you attempt to use it, but before the benefit will actually kick in. In this case, it happened right after you got the plan and therefore would not be covered.
Number 38. You are a PPL member and have an attorney friend who has been doing legal work for you. You are involved in a hit and run and cited. You call your friend and he will represent you for only a $1,000 fee. You tell him PPL will pay him if you ask PPL to assign him to your case and make more than $1,000. He agrees, it sounds good. You call your provider and tell them you want your friend to represent you. A. The contract says you can request an attorney of your choice so he can represent you. B. PPL will contact him and pay him what he asks. C. PPL will negotiate a fixed fee with him and pay it. D. None of the above.
The answer is D. None of the above. The contract does not say that you can request an attorney. We will not negotiate and pay them what they ask, and we will not negotiate a fixed fee. The provider attorney handles all the services for our members in a particular geographic area. In the case of Missouri, we have one attorney that covers the entire state.
Number 39. You go to civil trial under Title III and lose. You want to appeal. Your attorney says your appeal is useless and he won't try. You appeal to PPL and ask for another attorney. A. PPL will get you another attorney to appeal using the balance of your trial hours. B. PPL will cajole your attorney to take the appeal. C. PPL will get you another attorney but at a 25% discount. D. The attorney's decision stands.
The answer is D. The attorney's decision stands. If you see a question that seems like it's left up to the discretion of the attorney, you have to remember that the attorney's decision stands in almost every single case.
Number 40. You are a PPL member and a Missouri associate and have an attorney friend who has been doing legal work for you. You are involved in a hit and run and cited. You call your friend and he will represent you for only a $1,000 fee. You tell him PPL will pay him if you ask PPL to assign him to your case and make more than $1,000. He agrees, it sounds good. You call your provider and tell them you want your friend to represent you. A. PPL will cancel your membership and associate agreement. B. PPL will notify the Missouri Director of Insurance. C. You will lose your Missouri license and be tried for fraud. D. All of the above.
The answer is D, all of the above. Legal Shield will cancel your membership and associate agreement, and because we have to notify the director of the reason for termination, there is a really good chance you're going to be charged criminally. You cannot do that. So you have to make sure that everything you do is completely above board. And in the case of this, there are a lot of things that could potentially happen, and most likely all of them will. So D, all of the above.
Number 41. What is the deadline for taking the PPL exam?
There is no current deadline or schedule requirements for taking the PPL exam. You take it when you're ready.
Number 42. What is the name of the license that PPL associates need to obtain?
It is a producer license for prepaid legal plans.
Number 43. If an associate already has a producer license in another line, are they still required to obtain a producer prepaid legal plans license?
Yes, a license is always required to sell or produce for prepaid legal plans in the state of Missouri.
Number 44. Is a license necessary to market an identity theft plan?
There is currently not a license in any of the states to market an identity theft plan.
Number 45. How old do you have to be to obtain a license?
You must be at least 18 years of age to obtain a license to market prepaid legal insurance plans in the state of Missouri.
Number 46. After passing the exam, how much is the fee and where do you submit to obtain your actual license?
The license fee is $100 and it is made payable to the Department of Insurance, Financial Institutions, and Professional Registration, commonly known as DIFP.
Number 47. What two things are done by the DIFP before issuing you a license?
They have to make sure that you've actually passed the test and they run a background check.
Number 48. When you obtain a license, who do you need to give a copy to?
When you obtain your license, you have to give a copy to the company that you are marketing prepaid legal plans for, in this case, Legal Shield.
Number 49. How often is the license renewed?
The Missouri insurance license is good for 2 years.
Number 50. Who appoints the Director of Insurance?
The Director of Insurance is appointed by the Governor with approval of the Senate.
Number 51. Who else has to approve the appointment of the Director of Insurance?
Again, the Director of Insurance is appointed by the Governor and must be approved by the Senate.
Number 52. How long does the appointment of the Director of Insurance run?
The term of the Director of Insurance typically runs concurrent with that of the term of the Governor, although that is not always the case because the Director of Insurance may be removed at the discretion of the Governor or a new one may be appointed at the discretion of the Governor with the approval of the Senate. Typically, their terms run at exactly the same time.
Number 53. Who can remove the Director of Insurance from office?
The Governor put the Director of Insurance into office and they can take them out of office.
Number 54. If a vacancy occurs for the Director of Insurance, what is the procedure for a new appointment?
If a vacancy occurs, the process simply starts over. The Governor appoints the Director of Insurance and requires confirmation of the Senate.
Number 55. Can the Director of Insurance also hold any interest in any type of insurance or assurance company?
The Director of Insurance cannot hold any interest in any other type of insurance or assurance company for which their office may oversee. That is definitely not in the best interest of the public. Congratulations, this concludes Section 3. Continue the Missouri License Practice Test for the Missouri Pre-Pig Legal License Exam on Video 4.